So you want to know if you should do commercial or residential properties. Let's get into it. What's going on? Michael with Lawn Dude here to talk about a question that many have in the lawn and landscape industry. Should you do commercial properties or residential properties? I've done both and I do both right now. Just about everybody starts out doing residential properties just because they're the easiest to get. You don't need as high as insurance qualifications or even help as far as getting the properties done and equipment. You don't need to go out here and spend a bunch of money on equipment when you're doing just residential. Now for me, my personal opinion, you need both. You need a good mixture of both. I used to go, once I started and got all these residentials, I used to always go, oh, I'd like to get a commercial, then I'm good. I started to realize that just like how you can put a credit card on file or get a customer to pay for the year in full or even prepay for residentials, when it comes to commercials, pretty much any and all commercials I've done, I would say maybe 80% of them will pay you by check. And majority of them take a while to pay you. So if you have residential clients, honestly, I would say I would keep the residential balance so that you still have that cash flow coming in. And on top of that, commercials, just know that when you do a commercial property, your insurance is definitely gonna have to go up. I know for us, we had to have $1 million coverage minimum for all of our properties. And that's just for us to be on the properties and to also have the trucks on the properties. Like for snow removal, it's the same thing. They all want COIs from our insurance, proving that we have the coverage. Even when they see that coverage expires, or for me, annually, I just have my insurance agent send them out just to go ahead and nip that in the bud before the season even starts. You're gonna have to check to see if they require workman's compensation. I know each state is different. For the state of Virginia, you need 3 or more employees working with you. That's that's when it's required. If you have less than that, it's not required. In most commercials, they're okay with that. We have one that does require it, and it's a snow removal contract. So you gotta check to see if that's required. Usually, of course, you should have clean cut in uniform, you yourself as the owner along with your employees. Usually it's going to be a requirement in the contracts when you do these commercials. One thing is that people forget about with commercials or don't understand when they first sign up is, yeah, you may be doing it for the mowing, you know, maybe even some treatments, maybe even snow removal. But you're going to want to check the fine print in that contract, because majority of the commercials we do, they basically want a property maintenance type of deal. So there's tree limbs that are out of whack. They expect you to do that tree trimming. I'm talking about enough tree trimming to where, like, one of our properties, we have a 14-foot dump trailer. It's easily filled up by the amount of branches we trim at that property, to the point where we went out and got a small chipper so we could chip these branches that we prune. Make sure that is in the contract as far as the tree trimming goes, because a lot of them expect that just to be done. For us, we go by a certain height in our contract. We tell them past a certain height, we need to recommend you to a tree company. Bed maintenance. Mulch bed maintenance is key. Because if you do HOAs, which we do a few where, you know, a couple weeds may pop up, you better make sure you go out there and pull that weed. As a matter of fact, when it comes to that, equally with shrubs, if you see a couple little stems and shoots coming up out the bush, hopefully you have a hedge trimmer with you so you can go ahead and knock those couple off while you're at the property taking care of the maintenance. We have one property where my guy will go ahead and take care of the mowing, and I'll take care of all the oddball stuff, bed maintenance, hedge trimming, anything. And I mean, each week it's something different that needs to be done. But when it comes to commercials, you've got to be on top of these things, because last thing you want is the property manager to contact you and say, hey, this isn't done. Or if you have a property management group that's out of state, which we have a few like that too, and they send a representative to come out and look at the property, and it just happens to be the one time there might have been 5 cars parked by an area that you can't edge, trim, or anything, and the car's gone when the rep comes out there, it looks like you're not taking care of business. So just make sure when you are able to take care of certain areas, you just take care of them. That way you can go ahead and cover yourself there. I do recommend bringing whatever you need. My enclosed trailer, we put the hedge trimmers, pole saw, the weed control for beds, weeders, of course mowers, anything we need to take care of commercial properties. The days we do commercials, I make sure it's on that trailer so that we can just take care of it while we're there, if it's something that we can do while we're there. If it's a massive job, then yes, I'm gonna schedule that out. So basically, to sum all that up, if you do want to get into commercial, just do your homework, make sure you're ready to take on the increased cost insurance. I guess another thing I left out is equipment. You better have top of the line equipment, I would say, when you're doing commercial. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you have to go out and buy brand new stuff. But when it comes to commercials, they expect you to be accountable. They expect you to have equipment that's always going to run. And if you have equipment that might be iffy, I would say have a backup plan. Always have a plan B. Make sure you have either a backup machine or a friend who runs a company who you can sub out, or just someone who you can sub to work to if yours breaks down. Because most of these commercial property managers are not going to want to hear, oh, well, yeah, my machine broke down. They pretty much don't care about that. They just want their property taken care of. So just to sum that up again, I would say get a mix of both. Always get a mix of both. And don't bite off more than you can chew. A lot of people do that. Make sure it's something that you can actually handle, that you can take care of. But other than that, it's really not much to it. It's personal preference for everyone. Some are going to say, let's go all commercial, let's go all residential. Me personally, I'm always probably going to have a mixture of both. It just works out better that way. All right, well, y'all take it easy. Hopefully these quick words helped you out. As you see, I'm out here sweating something serious. You know, it's been a hot week out here in Northern Virginia. It's supposed to be cooling off this weekend. All right, well, y'all take it easy. Stay blessed. Have a great weekend. It's Friday here. I think it's the 9th of July. You out here taking care of these properties, you tend to lose track of time, date, all that stuff. But everyone, be blessed. Take it easy. Peace.